Walters to dummy half again, working the open side this time. French to Lewis, standing out wide. Lewis straight ahead, taken in the tackle over there by O'Doherty. I mean, business these Wests forwards at the moment. Walters to dummy half. And a penalty coming up to the Broncos. Wests a little bit too keen.
Inside the 5 metres. There's been plenty of talk in recent weeks about the fact that Brisbane have not received too many penalties for the opposition being inside the 5 metres.
There's John Bailey, the West coach. Be pretty happy with what his team have done for him in the last few weeks. There's the kick on the way. It is there. So the opening points on the board. The Broncos leading by 2 points to 0. Smith cuts out Hanley, gets his pass out then to Tuta. Tuta about 9 metres short of the halfway mark. Tackler was Brett Leman. Oh, going to be lost on this occasion by Dave Woods. Quickly snapped up by Sam Bacco. And the big fella gets his pass out. Nice work. This is Brett Plowman. Plowman put to the ground about 24 metres out, close to the touchline, but they keep it in play. French away to Tronk. Tronk with the long one. This is Peter Jackson. Whips it around nicely for Chris Johns. Johns over the top. It is eventually going to be picked up by Hancock. He has a run back over in centre field. And eventually put to the ground 30 metres out from the west line. Walters to dummy half. Sending it back inside. Unloading it. Walters again. Dummies away to French. Still going. Now gets his pass outside to Plowman. Plowman with a bit of room to move. Got out of one tackle. Going for the corner. Try number 1 for the Broncos. In he goes. Brett Plowman in the corner. Broncos have a lead of 6-0. They've been waiting for this Broncos side to turn around with their form. That's going to fall well short. Waved away, so the score remains Broncos lead by 6 points to 0. There's Wayne Bennett. Looks pretty happy with life at the moment. Scott Tronk getting it away to Lewis. Lewis is going to be wrapped up, though. Coming at him over there is Lytton. Dummy half Plowman. Back over to French. French with a long one to Jackson. Jackson dummies. Can't get away from the defence, though. Hanley is the man there, right on the spot. Brett Leman dummy half. Swings it away to Walters. Walters now gets it away to Johns. Johns around the claw. It's going to be knocked on by Ricks. Rolls on the ground, and West will end up with it.
Knock on both ways. Brisbane the first to knock on there for the Magpies. Have relieved the pressure. They'll get loose head and feed. Beautiful build-up from Brisbane. Johns had got the pass around the back and then just couldn't be handled there by Grant Ricks. And Tony Curry was there to make up the final tackle.
So it'll be Smith to feed the scrum. 10 metres out from the west line. Whole scrum screwing around again, and referee Annesley gives a penalty to West.
For that particular reason, he wants the scrum to remain on the mark. We've seen most sides these days very keen to screw the scrum to the open side to ensure...
Canterbury Bankstown.
Yep, they've been past masters at it, but there are big advantages if the referee permits it. It gets your lock forward on that open side, ready to make an immediate tackle.
So the tap is taken by Flanagan. Smith getting it away to Tudor.
Well, it's the second time West have been caught for throwing the ball forward in much the same position on the field, and really just a lack of cohesion.
Particularly when there hadn't been any tackles affected at that stage, so it throws away a lot of good ball, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
In by French. Out the other side. He tries to slip back inside. He's going to be grabbed over there by Cameron Blair. He got out of that scrum rather quickly, I'd suggest. This is Lewis. Lewis getting it away to Peter Jackson. Around the corner to Hancock, going for the corner. Another try on the board. Broncos go to a lead of 10-0. West's in a group down in the in-goal area. And this Broncos team will take a bit of tying up from here, I'd suggest, David.
Yes, they look good in attack, Brisbane, especially when they get near the West try line.
Hanley to dummy half. Tuta, little kick forward, following out after it. Who will get it? It'll be Danny Peacock coming through. West end up with it. Little tentative there, Grant Ricks, and they've beaten him to the punch.
Yeah, Kerrod Walters was in there too, and they both just looked at it. Ellery
Hanley still going. And eventually put down. Walters coming in over the top. He quickly plays it. Stafford gets it away to Smith. Outside then to O'Doherty. O'Doherty brings it up to about 24 metres out from the Broncos line. Coming half waiting is Flanagan. Over to Smith. Tudor. A big long pass coming across over there from Dave Woods. Running along strongly at this stage is Gallagher. And they're in the corner. No try. No try, just into touch. Smith to feed the scrum. Grant Ricks is onto his feet. Ellery at the back of the scrum slips off it, but quickly grabbed by French.
Great defence there, Gary French. Realised he had to get to him.
And took him ball and all too, which is even more important.
There's Grant Ricks now back on his feet.
Penalty to West.
Brisbane slow to get off Ellery Hanley. And a penalty here going to the Magpies. They trail by 10 points to 0. There's the big driving tackle by Brisbane. Lewis was involved in that.
Shouldn't have too much trouble in putting this one away. Kicks on its way. It is there. So the Broncos lead Wests by 10 points to 2.
French with the scrum feed. Coming in from the left wing is Hancock. Brisbane's 2 tries have come from their flankers this afternoon in Plowman in the 8th minute. Michael Hancock, great finishing skills on the left wing for a try on the 26th. So Peter Jackson, they playing at 5/8. Now Walters decides to run out of dummy half, makes a good 8 or 10. Support of Lewis, good play by the Broncos. That pass looked forward, Curry's in the clear. Plowman goes to the line. Plowman goes in for his 2nd try. But I tell you what, there was a doubtful pass. But a try will stand 14 points to 2. The Broncos in the lead, and the fans at Lang Park are ecstatic. Gary French. He's kicked 1 goal from 3 attempts so far. The Magpies playing dead.
He's down for the count.
And another kick unsuccessful from Gary French. So the score 14 points to 2 here in the first half at Lang Park.
Waiting for the scrum to feed. Hanley peels off the back again. Done that quite a bit in this match so far. That's Mackay. So this is Hanley. Hanley, eventually the 2 centres are going to hold him up. And they stop him from passing that ball. So away from dummy half this time is Simons. But Sam Backer comes at him, so too does Scott Fromm. It's Gallagher. Rather, it's Dave Woods on that occasion. This is Hanley. Oh, big tackle coming in from Sam Backer.
He's really worked hard, Hanley, in both defence and attack, especially in the second half. Just sliding up a bit.
I think Ellery felt that one. This is Brendan Tudor, puts the little kick through again. Gary French takes it nicely, gets it back then to Plowman. Plowman straight up the centre of the field, and eventually 5 metres inside West territory. He's put to ground.
Pretty happy name, Bill, isn't he?
My word, he is. He does let them know he's out there. This is Michael Hancock now, trying to do the same, the other winger. Walters to dummy half. And he finally gives a penalty.
Interfering in the play of the ball. Michael Hancock, always one to like to play the ball very quickly. Dave Woods wouldn't let him up then. And Brisbane really did have West in trouble. There's Hancock. Now watch him struggle here to get to his feet. That's Woods over the top. Hancock does like to get up pretty quickly. And they're not being allowed to do so. Brisbane with a great chance now to add further points.
Peter Jackson finding touch just inside the quarter line. That's where they're going to take the tap. Onto the mark is Walters. This is Plowman. Oh, dearie me, gave the don't argue today, Woods. He's only a youngster, but by golly, he's solid. This is Brett LeMan, finds a gap, stepping his way through, over for the try. Broncos lead is 18-2. Nice piece of work there by LeMan. Gary French on his way. It hooks around nicely. That wind gets a hold of it, and that is there, and the Broncos open up a lead of 20 points to 2.
So Smith goes into dummy half. O'Doherty with a good charging run upfield. 9 metres short of the try line. West now on the attack, but very flat in attack. Bukowski was cut out. The pass given to Gallagher. And Gallagher sets it 5 metres short of the try line. Smith looks to the blind side. Running across field is Blair. Then Hanley took a lot of stopping, but very effectively taken in a good tackle that time by Andrew G. Flanagan got it away to Smith. Long pass out to Bukowski. Good ball taken heavily by Lewis. Peacock kept it alive. Good play by Western Suburbs. O'Doherty wrapped around again. Still, now Hanley will be dangerous from here. He got the pass away to Stafford. Dashed away Ricks, and that should be a Western Suburbs try, but no, the touch judge flag up on the far side.
It's all over for the Magpie. I think he's given up.
Lewis there looking for a big shoulder charge again. I'm still not convinced that that right arm of his is 100% right.
This is Hanley. Hanley going for that line, but just short of it. About to play it. Dummy half waiting for it is Flanagan. Flanagan sends it across over then to Cogger. Cogger outside to Tudor. A little kick through. It's knocked down by Tony Curry. Ends up with Peacock. There's another 6 tackles. Tudor's the dummy half. Runs it out himself. Dummy half Flanagan. Flanagan to Cogger. Cogger dummy. Ellery Hanley was storming through. Flanagan dummy half again. He decides to put his head down, go for that line. He's over the line. Can he get it down? No try.
Just held up. He's worked very hard in and around the ruck today too, Jackson's. A lot more value there for Jackson if he's close to the play.
There's Gallagher. Jackson has come up with 20 tackles in the match. Now from dummy half is Flanagan. Ellery Hanley is hovering there as Cogger goes to dummy half. Hanley just unloading the ball. It goes to Liddon. The pass looked a bit forward for Simons. Final tackle now for the Magpies. They trail by 20 points to 2. The little kick loose on the ground. The referee rules the knock on by Tony Curry. I think Tony Curry may have said to the referee he thought it came off his legs. But loose head and feed to Western Suburbs. Let's look at it again.
As the ball really knocked hard into Tony Curry, recovers the day. Loose head and feed the Magpies.
Tudor comes off the back of the scrum with Hanley standing at 5'8". Tudor gets the ball down.
And you can bet he said a couple of words to Wally Lewis as he lands on top.
The referee at this stage hasn't awarded the try. Now he does. Has kicked one so far. That's a great looking kick. The flags go up. And so the score at Lang Park is Brisbane 20, Western Suburbs 8. And that's how the ball game ends at Lang Park. Finally, after 9 weeks, the Broncos breathe a sigh of relief with premiership points on the board. Their last win was against Cronulla 6 weeks ago.